What are the best teams and partners for LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are taking a look at the 11th anniversary part 2 LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku. Second tag unit of the 11th anniversary. And in this video, we will break down their best teams and partners so you guys can build those teams and enjoy the unit to its fullest potential. So first off, we are going to take a look at the following things. Number one, we will look at the unit itself, as that will inform how we build the team around them. Number two, we'll look at their links and the best partners to partner them up with to maximize their link potential. And then we'll end by taking a look at the big teams you want to be running these guys on. So let's start by taking a look at the Vegeta side of the unit. So Vegeta leads GT Heroes, Power of Wishes, Power Beyond Super Saiyan for 83 HP 100%, attack and defense 170% with an additional 50% for All Out Struggle, Earthbred Fighters, and Giant 8 Power. On his passive, he gets attack defense 400%, receives an additional key 3 per rainbow keys for obtain, and an additional key 1 per rainbow keys for obtain. He guards all attacks and has 40% damage reduction. Once only, he will change Key Spheres, AGL, and Fizz to Rainbow. With 3 or more Rainbow Key Spheres obtained, he gets 25% damage reduction rate, and with 4 or more, he gets an additional 15% damage reduction rate. So you do want to prioritize those Rainbow Orbs for him. Now, after receiving an or evading an attack, he gets an additional Allies 2 and 20% defense self-excluded. When attacking with 14 or more ki, he gets effective against all types and launches an additional super attack. When attacking with 24 or more ki, he gets an additional super attack and permanent attack defense 100%. And like the UI, his counterpart, he can exchange right away. Really nice. I love tag units that can do that. Now, on his super attack effect, right, it is on his key. He will raise attack 44% and raise defense. That's right, he's a stacker, and that's a permanent 44% attack raise. On his 12 key, he is simply raising attack permanently. Now, his final shine, his EX super, can be activated if his first attack is the 24 key. So you will only activate it if you get 24 key. And if you get 24 key, of a 70% of procking it. Now, if procced, it will raise both attack and defense by 40%, while also raising allies attack 10% in battle. So you really do want to prioritize their stacks with the 24 key, as that will help everybody build up a team. Really powerful skill, if you ask me. And that's just the Vegeta side. When you switch into the Goku side, he becomes a little more offensive, but only if you allow Vegeta to do what Vegeta does. Have Vegeta build up, and Goku will work wonders for you. Goku will get attack and defense 400%, gets an additional key per in-key to obtain, additional key 1 per non-in key to obtain, and performs a critical hit, damage reduction rate, and chance for evading attack 40%. He changes once only, he will change key spheres from STR and tech to int. And when attacking, he gets 200% attack and 100% defense. For every attack performed, he gets a chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction rate 10%, as well as a chance of evading an attack. With 3 or more int key spheres obtained, he 40% critical hit permanently. And with 5 or more int key spheres obtained, he launches an additional attack. And with 7 or more key spheres, those are all permanent effects. And so really, really nice there. His super attack effect, unfortunately, is no longer stacking, but it will massively raise. So a 50%, 100% raise on that, on both his 8 and 70% raise on his. Really, really nice. Now, on his active skill, right? So he has an active skill while Vegeta has an EX skill. He has an active skill that causes ultimate damage, changes skill and fizz to int key spheres, and gives power of wishes allies 44% and heroes 40% for 1 turn. And I believe that stacks. So if you have a character who is on power of wishes and GT heroes, it'll get both. So STR GT duo, you're easy, looking real fine right there. So that is what they're doing. And so basically, Vegeta is a stacking unit that wants you to stack, 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 stack until you're ready to switch into Goku and just explode the boss. Knowing that, we're going to use their links to help us judge how to build that team. And of course, as always, we do have our handy dandy Dokkan FYI. We do love this website as it allows us to see so many things that allow us to really understand how to build around our unit. Right? Not only does it go through everything we just went over with their passives and all that good stuff, but it also breaks down the links and the link partners for the unit. So, taking a look at the Vegeta side links, right? It's pretty standard Super Saiyan 4 stuff, right? We got Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Saiyan Roar, Shocking Speed, GT, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So, when picking our link partners, we want to, pick whoever's going to maximize the most of these. Now they are a stacker, so defense is especially important. So we do want to make sure we're getting Saiyan Roar and Shocking Speed, but attack is just as important, especially without any built-in crit, right? So we do want to prioritize characters who will give them those attacks links, and if we do, right, we are benefited for it, right? We get 20% off of Saiyan Royal Lineage, another 25, so 45% there with Saiyan Roar active, another 55 with GT activated, 75 with Fierce Battle, and another 90% attack with Legendary Power. You want to prioritize that. And thanks to the Dokkan FYI, we can see who are the link partners. So we can see, as expected for the Super Saiyan 4 side of things, right? The Super Saiyan 4 links come all from the Super Saiyan 4 characters. So the Goku side of the Vegeta, you could easily link them two together and work well with 6 links. You're basically getting everything except Royal Lineage, which makes sense. Only Vegetas are going to give them that. Same goes with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Fizz SSJ4s, and all giving him 6 links. Interesting enough, this guy, who could possibly easy A soon, he gives him 6 links. So that's very, very helpful. On the other side, right, 5 links shared with all of the new units. So he pretty much links with all of the new units except for UI Goku, right? On Daima Goku and Daima Vegeta, he's got 5 links shared. Vegeta gets him everything except Saiyan Roar and GT. Saiyan 4 Goku gets him everything except Royal Lineage and GT. So still pretty good. Not quite that 90%, but still pretty good. Then, of course, he links with the other Super Saiyan 4s. All right. On the 4 shared skills, right? A lot of good skills here, right? Tech Mini Goku, Vegeta and Trunks, the INT Gogeta, right? The support Trunks, the side of the blues, right? A lot of these are mostly because of Royal Lineage. So that does make sense here. But yeah. I mean, these are pretty much the partners you're going to be looking at. Once you start getting into 3 and 2 links, that's where things get a little iffy. Not to say that he can't, right? It's very the 3 links are still going to work good, right? It just, you're not going to be seeing him max potential, but he's still going to do pretty well with one of these 3 link partners next time. The 2 link partners I like to think of as like your floating partners. Like Tikpan's a great example of this. Like you might have him linked with Daima Goku, which means you're not getting GT, but she will give you T for being linked. So that helps out with that extra 10% attack and defense. So, you have options. And of course, you got other good floating options that are on a lot of the teams that you're going to see with him on. So all in all, a great setup, right? Even though he is a Vegeta, he's still got some good link partners. Now, of course, on the Goku side of things, right, we also have to consider that with our team building. Goku side's a lot easier to build around because, right, he's Goku. A lot more characters tend to link with him, right? Like 7 links shared with the Goku side on the major Super Saiyan 4 LRs, 6 links with all the others. A lot of his 5 links, same deal, right? A lot of the similar links, missing like mostly, right? Just like on the Tech Miniku, right? Mostly GT is what causes these guys to kind of drop off there, right? Once we get into 4 shared links, by simple nature of him being a Goku with Goku links, minus the Super Saiyan 4 ones, links with a lot of characters at the 4 link. So we really don't have to worry too much about adjusting the team for the Goku side because he'll pretty much already be linked main characters we're going to have on team. So let's go ahead and let's switch over to our game here. Take a look at some of the team built from. The first team we have set up here is a GT Heroes team, really focusing on letting both Super Saiyan 4s remain on each rotation. One rotation would contain the LR 4s, the other would contain HL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or the Super Saiyan 3 Goku or Goku, right? One of those. You'll have Tech Plan as your floater and or in your slot 1 next to the and INT. Now these guys will this team works because the Pan generates rainbow orbs, and so does Gogeta generate rainbow orbs, which makes it very easy for the fours to get their rainbow orbs that they need so they can be protected as they stack up. So, GT Hero is a really fun team for them. Another great team we have for them is the Daima Forku team. We've talked about this team before. This is essentially running the team of the best units in the game, right? All of the anniversary characters can be run on the same team. Heck, we could drop out the Blues or Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku for Daima Vegeta, and this team worked just really great team. Another team we got here. Similar setup to what I've seen before with him, but still focusing on utilizing Daima Goku this time. So one rotation would contain Daima Goku and Mini Goku, the other or your their Super Saiyan 4 friend, and then the other rotation would contain Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Pan and Gotenks here on this team are simply here to provide rainbow orb changes to assist as the fours. We have a more giant 8 power centered team here, and actually with this one I would probably drop off him in favor of that, right? Have our giant 8 power center. You could run fours to lead this one for giant 8 power, or you could run if you don't have him, you could run AGL Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku and have a friend Vegeta, and this team would still work because everybody's on that 220 leader. So another team here, kind of interesting, but like the UI Goku, I wanted to put something out there, right? You could run him on Daima Vegeta's team, right? Which is a little bit lacking, right? Simply due to skill and available options, but it can work. You can work. The basic thing is your 3 Vegetas float, and then you have the 2 Super Saiyan 4s and the 2 God units together on separate rotations. Next, we have this team I find is very good for both Cell Max and for Bio Broly, but this team works STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the 5 guys, the Goma, and the GT. There, they work really good in fights like Cell Max because everybody here has an answer basically for that AoE super. Very, very high. Another team we got here, we talked about this before, but this is our new and improved Festival Battles team, right? Imagine we threw Vegeta and Trunks in now. But this team works very well for Festival Battles because not only do everybody who we want to focus on can stack, but Goku with his ZX Super does provide 10% to everybody else. So as long as he stays on and continues to get that, he will buff everything. Very, very high. One last couple of teams we got here, right? We do know that the year 8s are coming to EZA at the end of the operation, so we built a little team around them, right? Utilizing a lot of the similar strategies we talked about before, but if you for the EZA, you would definitely prioritize getting them into the bias. So, lastly, we got another here, this time utilizing the hit who leads a battle. I figured this would be a little interesting one to throw out there because I know not many summon for hit right away, but not many more people probably got him as the year went on. So he is an option. I'm not saying it's a great option, but I wanted to throw some interesting there. So the hits accelerated battle lead is a great example of that, right? A lot of this team will basically carry hit through kind of fun. And then another team we got here is with the Vegeta team. If you were to try to run a more year 10 style team, right, meant for longer events, this is what you could run with the Vegeta as your lead. Probably him and the together, And then the is fours. Now this one. Lots of craziness here with the teams. Have built a lot more teams. Did my team, but that's of course because I only. Yeah, this is not an exhaustive list of the teams you could build. There's a lot more, but these are just kind of the ones with the mainstays that I think you could make very use of. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, all right, what are some of the teams you came up with to run with for Goku? I personally like the more GT Heroes centered team. There's a lot of good options. It does feel like it through the current content with little to no issue. But I'm curious to see what you guys think in the comments down. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Aloha.